Good morning. This is the, or afternoon, depends when you're watching this. This is the beginning. I'm here someplace. This is the beginning of the review for the regular chapter 11 geometry test. And when we give this a shot, see what works and what doesn't work. And basically, I just go through what basically is the test questions are asking you and maybe a little bit about what to do with them. And then you have time to do some research. This test is not going to be until April 21st, so you got quite a while to do this. All right, the first question goes back to the very first lesson where we built the model, the cubes, and what I will give you is 4 different answers that show 3 side views of a 3-dimensional figure, and above that will be a top view, a left view, a right view, or a front view, and you choose which one represent those views. And again, this would be easier if you had your own cubes to work with, and if you can come up with that, that's fine. If you don't have it, you should be able to figure it out anyway. All right, next question tells you that the base of a right rectangular prism is 12 centimeters by 8 centimeters. And the height is 5 centimeters. And your job is to find the surface area. All right, so you need to get that information down. And again, remember, this is a video recording, so you can pause it, stop it, rewind it, or whatever. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on things. I'm just going to assume that you had time to copy it down, or you pause it, or you back it up, and then you can rewind it. All right. I have a rig here that may fall apart on me several times. Okay. All right. The next question gives you the slant height of a regular pentagonal pyramid. So this is a pentagonal, regular pentagonal pyramid, which means the base of the pyramid is shaped like a pentagon, and it's regular. It's regular in basically all sides are congruent, right? All angles are congruent. The length of each side is 4 centimeters, okay? The length of each side of the base is 4 centimeters, and you want to find the lateral area, okay? So again, this is all based on formulas. You should have all these formulas. And you just find the correct formula, plug the numbers in, draw a picture, okay? Again, drawing a picture can be useful. I mean, I will give you some type of an answer sheet. If you can print that out, fine. If you're going to use it on the computer, then obviously you're going to have issues with making it work out to where you can draw pictures on the computer. That's a little tougher. So you just need to look at the formula, make sure you find the right formula. Obviously, so this is 1/2 perimeter times the apothem. And so you're going to have to figure out the apothem, all right? And so that's going to take a little bit more work, okay? Actually, I'm sorry. Now, this is the lateral area. You don't need the total area, so you don't even need the apothem, okay? You're just looking for the lateral area, so that's pretty simple. All right, next question, using your radius of the base of a right circular cone is 9 inches. So this is like a circular cone. The radius of the base is 9 inches. The slant height is 13 inches. And you want to find the total surface area, okay? So now you're looking for the area, the lateral area and the base area. Make sure you know what you're looking for in these problems. Be careful, show me your work again. If you mess up in your thinking and you show me your work, then obviously I can give you partial credit. All right. Again, I'm not worried about time because you can pause and go back and look at what you need to write down. All right, next question, I'll give you the volume of a cube. And the volume of the cube is 125 inches cubed, okay? You want to find the total surface area to the nearest tenth, okay? Which means you're going to have to work this backwards basically to find the length of the side, and then work it forward to find the total surface area. All right. Okay. Next question gives you the surface area. You want to find the surface area of a sphere with a radius of 5 inches. That's pretty simple. You got a formula that should be in your notes. You just plug in radius and you find the answer. Now, they're looking for the exact surface area, which means the pi doesn't go away. So pi will still be in your answer. So you really just need to leave the pi alone part and do the essentially the r squared part. Okay, that makes it pretty simple. You should be able to see that when you see your multiple choice answers anyway. All right, the next two questions refer to a cylinder, okay? And the cylinder looks something like this, okay? This is your cylinder. Cylinder has a radius of 3 meters, has a height of 7 meters. So you want to draw that picture. Put that picture in your review notes, okay? Again, you can pause it before you move on. Just get time to do that. All right, so you have three questions that have to do with this cylinder, okay? The first question asks you to find the lateral area, okay? And the next question obviously asks you to find the total surface area. That includes the two bases, all right? And then the last question asks you to find the volume. Again, you should have all these formulas. They should be in your notes. If they don't, this review tells you to go back and get these things ready comes test time because you not use your books, okay? So based on that cylinder, you're looking for the lateral area, the surface area, and the volume. And all these answers include pi, so you don't have to do the pi part. You just do all the part with the radii and the height, all right? That makes it easier. But you've got to understand the question. All right, another picture for you to put into your notes, okay? All right, here's your next picture. So what we have is basically a three-dimensional figure that has a cylinder with a cone on each end, okay? All right, the height of the cone itself, the height of the cylinder itself is 8 centimeters, okay? The cone to your right there has a radius of 3 centimeters and a height altitude of 5 centimeters. The cone to the left obviously also has a radius of 3 centimeters, as does the cylinder, and the height of this cone is also 5 centimeters. All right, so make sure you got the picture drawn in your notes and you're ready with that. And again, you can pause until you're ready to go, okay? So what do I do with that? Well, I find the volume, okay? All right, which means you're going to find the volume of the cylinder and then find the volume of the two cones and add all those together. That will give you your answer. And again, your answer is in terms of pi, so you don't have to deal with the 3.14 stuff, okay? All right, so that's pretty straightforward too. Really, if you got your formulas ready and you know how to use them, then the truth of the matter is you should be able to do this pretty well. And even if you don't have your calculator with you, which you should, you can get by with a lot of these because you don't need to do pi. If you get caught and you don't have a calculator, then you can try 3.14. That should be pretty close. All right, here's your next question. Next couple of questions are mini word problems. All right, so we have a cubical stone block. Okay, so you have a block shaped like a cube. Okay, each edge is 12 inches, okay? Each edge is 12 inches. And so what we do is we take this cubical stone block and we put that in a cube, a water-filled cube with 15 edges, 15 inches long. How much water is displaced? Well, the 15 inches makes no difference, okay? This is a thing that, that Archimedes figured out a long time ago, that basically the stone will displace the amount of water that is equal to its volume. So all you really need to do is find the volume of this cube. Do not get confused by the business about it's in a 15-inch water thing. That doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference. Okay. All right. Next one, we have a rectangular prism. A rectangular prism. I'm getting out of your sight there. Rectangular prism. All right, the length of the base of this rectangular prism is twice the width. Okay. The perimeter of the base is 42 centimeters. Okay. We want to find the height of the prism if the volume is 980 centimeters cubed. Okay. All right, so this is a little algebra problem for you here. So basically, you're going to have to go in with some variables here. So if the length of the base is twice the width, then what I would do is I would let W equal the width, okay? And then 2W would equal the length. Hopefully that makes sense, okay? If the length of the base is twice the width, if I let W equal the width, or X, you can do X if you want to, then the length is 2W or 2X, all right? And then basically then to find the perimeter, I mean, the perimeter is 42 centimeters. The perimeter of a rectangle is 2 times width plus 2 times length, right? So basically 2 times W plus 2 times 2W, which is basically 6W. 6W equals 42. You divide by 6, find W. And then and then you, hang on, I'm going to put you on pause. Anyway, all right, anyway, so basically you work backwards there to find the height of the prism, okay? All right. In other words, I need the area of the base, right? So once I know that the one side, the width is 42 divided by 6, then obviously height is twice that. I can do length times width, find the area, then divide 980 by the area. That will give me the height, okay? It's going to take a little bit of work, and I expect to see a little bit of work. We're almost there. All right. I give you 2 prisms. Two rectangular prisms, okay. This prism has 4 centimeters here. And then we have a smaller prism. Which has 3 centimeters here, okay? And the volume of the larger prism is 128 centimeters cubed. We want to find the volume of the smaller prism, okay? Volume of the larger is this, volume of the smaller we're looking for. So you say, wow, I don't know enough information. But remember, if you did this lesson, which is the last lesson in the chapter, it talks about if you have 2 things that have a ratio of A to B, In this case, this is A to B, right? When we're looking for B, then area would be A squared to B squared, and volume would be A cubed to B cubed, okay? So the reality is, I just need to set up a proportion, okay? So basically, I would have something like 4 cubed is to 3 cubed, that's 128 is to my answer, okay? That's a simple proportion. Just use that and solve the proportion. It really is easy. This is also an important thing to remember when it comes to taking SATs, ACTs. This saves you a lot of work. All right, one more question. All right, so if the lateral edges of a prism are not altitudes, okay? If the lateral edges of a prism are not altitudes, then the prism is what kind of a prism, okay? If the lateral edges of a prism are not altitudes, then the prism is what kind of a prism, okay? All right, so this has to do with the definition. All right, go back and look at your definitions. There's a certain type of prism. Your answers are right, oblique, regular, and lateral. All right, and then of course there's a bonus question. All right, so this is a video. So basically, feel free to watch the video, write down your questions, and then you can email me any questions that you have before test time. Otherwise, this is how you prepare for the test. All right, you guys should do well. If you draw pictures, if you show me your work, show me your formulas filled in, there's no way you're going to fail this test, okay? You're going to get a certain amount of points for your name, and then if you get partial credit, then you should be okay. If you get some of the questions right, you should be fine. All right, have fun. Okay.